Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Look who's with me, it's Eric.
Hey guys.
You won't believe this, but he was in the area. He just bought a pair of screen-used roller skates that Tootie wore in the Facts of Life.
Oh yeah.
And now he's here to help with the trailer.
Rust-free.
Rust-free?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It is cold today, really cold. I think it was like 1 degree Fahrenheit. I always have to clarify Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
That's right, for international viewers.
Yes.
Very cold. It's a good thing it's cold in a sense because, Joe, look what we've got to help us battle the cold.
Hey, nice jacket.
Thank you.
What is that? Dorsey?
Who's Dorsey?
I don't know.
Hey, what is that?
What the heck?
That's the same.
That's a stylish hat. I like it.
Oh, it looks the same as yours.
Yeah. Hey, cheers.
Cheers. Nice cold brewski.
Yeah, excellent.
Just wanted to give a very quick but brief, but ever important shout out to Joe over at Dorsey Trailer that hooked us up.
Not me, the other Joe.
The other Joe.
Yeah.
One of several.
You could give me a shout out too.
Yeah. Hey Joe. Hey.
Whatever. Just continue on.
Anyway.
All right.
Thanks again to Joe at Dorsey Trailer for hooking us up with some great winter gear, as you can see behind us.
But it's been more than winter gear. I mean,
yes.
We've got koozies. We've got fleece jacket hat, and you're not going to believe this, even a mouse pad.
Oh, what?
It's just crazy.
For all the mice that are inside the tractor, right?
Yes. This is a pad for the mice that were in the tractor. Yes, a mouse pad
out of the tractor.
Yes.
So yes. There's a couple other great things that we haven't seen, that you guys haven't seen yet. Some shirts and stuff too. But when the weather warms up, this is perfect for what we need to do the work now, since it's like 1 degree outside.
Excellent. But yes.
Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean that we have to stop working on the trailer. So.
That's right. And speaking of work on the trailer, I don't know if you noticed there's a giant blue tarp on the side of the trailer, which if you saw our last video, you saw me putting it up. Well, guess what? We're going to pull it down today, and Eric here is going to help me hang replacement aluminum panels. So you definitely don't want to miss it.
It's a good thing we got these blue winter hats for the blue tarp work, right?
That is terrible, Eric.
I'm sorry.
I am on a quest to hit 100,000 subscribers this year. Can you help me? If you're not already subscribed to this channel, please take literally 2 seconds, click the subscribe button down below. My stats tell me that about 50% of our audience is not even a subscriber. Just hit the subscribe button. It's not gonna kill you, and it'll help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. All right, so we've talked about this before, but that hole, and that hole, and there's some other holes on the side of the trailer. Those were added by the special effects crew. On the other side of where these holes are, there was a steel wall, and it was a reinforcement wall for the winch mechanism, okay? Now, I've been going through and removing the bolts for a couple reasons. First of all, almost all the bolts have been cut, so they all need replaced. But also, you can see evidence on the show that these bolts, not all of the bolts on the trailer, but the ones that would have stress on them from the raising and lowering of the ramp, the ones that had stress on them actually had a steel plate on the outside. So it would, so you're not just putting all the force of a head of a bolt right there on this thin aluminum and it rips right through. So they actually had steel plates. So I've removed the bolts and I've had the steel plates, I've designed them and they're currently getting fabricated, which is gonna be really cool. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 3 on the other side. So we have 6 plates there. And then when we walk back here, there's a whole bunch of holes up here, which we've talked about before. Only those 4 holes in the back had steel reinforcement plates, and that's what held, there was a block of wood and then a pulley there to direct the cable down onto the door. These bottom 2 holes here were for a piece of angle iron that ran the whole way over here, and then the top 2 up there were for another piece of angle iron, and they were in place to help hold the block of wood on the other side of those holes, to hold that all in place. These holes right here, these 4 right here, I think were an early attempt or an early design where they had the pulley back here, and then for whatever reason they didn't use those, and then they just plugged them with other bolts. So none of those require the steel backing plates, but those 4 on where the pulley was do. So there's 4 plus 4 on the other side, so there's 8 there. Now, this is something really cool. So we've talked about this before. Those 3 bolts there, you can see I have the outer 2 ones, the 2 bolts out. The middle bolt is still there. I have to take it out. But those are coming out too, because right here there was a steel cross member that went across the trailer, and there were a series of pulleys there that basically directed the cable down the center of the trailer, and through a series of pulleys brought the cables out to the outer edges of the trailer to meet up with that pulley. Now, just to give you an idea of the type of stress that certain points on the trailer are under when that heavy door was going up and down, these 3 bolts had a steel plate on the outside as well, which is being fabricated currently. When I pulled this back bolt out, this is what it looked like. Look at how bent it is. That's from one of the many times they were putting the door up and down. Something happened, something got caught, and it just bent the crap out of that bolt. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's going in our night museum. We'll put that in a display box inside the trailer. So, and these bolts were cut as well, so they're all going to need replaced. But just show you the amount of power. And thankfully, we've talked to the right people that can tell us, what all this stuff was used for. So we can recreate it pretty much exactly, but it starts with those steel plates on the outside to make sure we don't do any damage to the trailer once we get the door back on. All right, there you go. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's take a moment and go over our latest Patreon flag agents as I stand next to a whole bunch of screen-used plywood from the trailer. Most of it is not going to be able to go back on to the trailer. Maybe I should cut out like little Christmas ornaments for you guys with this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure that out later. But I wanted to go over our Patreon flag agents today. So what is a Patreon flag agent? I can hear you screaming into the screen right now as you're sitting on the toilet. Well, let me tell you. We have a Patreon community, and it's a group of people that support us on a monthly basis, and in return, they get early access to all of our videos. They get exclusive videos not seen to the public. They get exclusive photos never seen in the public either. It's really, really a cool group. And there's 4 tiers of support. Our highest tier are our flag agents. When you become a flag agent, you get a shout out from me, and you get your Knight Rider questions answered in videos for as long as you're a flag agent. So if you're interested in becoming a Patreon supporter, there's a link in the corner of this video and in the description below. All right, so let's go ahead and go over our latest Patreon flag agents and questions we've got here. All right, so for this go around, we only have 1 new flag agent. That's Justin Restifo, one of those 2. Justin, thank you so much. Justin had been supporting us at a lower level and bumped it up to a flag agent, so we're very appreciative of that. All right, so let's go over our Patreon flag agent questions for this week. All right, from Swiss Knight 2000. Actually, there's a ton of questions from Swiss Knight 2000. So here we go. We'll do one at a time. Do you have a license to drive the semi truck? If no, do you consider getting a license or learning how to drive the semi? Currently, no, I do not have the required license to drive the semi. There's a group of us that will potentially be driving the semi, and rest assured, we will not take it out on the road unless we're properly licensed. But it's certainly not going to be a static piece. The idea is that once this is finished, it is mobile. It's the Knight Rider mobile unit, right? So we're going to keep it mobile, and we're going to take it to shows so you guys can see this. So that will require us getting our license, which we will do. Are the bloopers and gag reels the only known videos from the show, or did they have more? So, as far as the blooper reels, those are the only ones we've ever seen, those two that are out there. There might have been other ones. You know, one of those was from the 1984 Christmas party. The other's from the 1985 Christmas party. Maybe there's a 1983 Christmas party blooper reel or a 1982 blooper reel. Don't know yet. If we do find it, we'll be sure to let you know. Are there other soundtracks from Dawn Peak which are released yet and that are in your hands? If yes, which episodes, and will you release them? So the answer is yes. This is not something we've publicly revealed yet, well, until now, I guess. And I'm gonna leave a little mystery surrounding it, but yes, we've worked with Dawn Peak. He has found additional reels from additional episodes that have never been released before, sent them to us. We have recently digitized them, and all I'm going to say is more will be coming very soon on that front, so stay tuned. All right. Let's see. I see you spend a lot of time with the semi-truck and trailer. It would seem that way. What does your family say to that? Do they understand your passion to this project, or are they angry sometimes because you spent too much time with the project? No, I have a very, very understanding family. My wife and my kids always come first. So I usually, anytime I'm out here working is usually time when they're busy or not here or whatever. So they're definitely not angry. In fact, my kids think it's pretty neat. You know, they're not necessarily into the show, but they think it's pretty neat what I'm doing here. And you've seen my kids in previous videos a couple times helping. And my wife is also very understanding. I mean, she has to be, because there's a semi-tractor and trailer sitting in my yard. So no, all is good here, and everyone is very supportive and maybe a little excited. Probably excited to get it done. I would like to hear your opinion on the gull wing. Many people think it's unsafe to ride with this. How do you see it? How do you find the ride comfort? So this is interesting. I actually do not like driving with the gull wing like in a replica down the road. I just don't enjoy it, and that's just a personal preference. I do like it in the original cars, but we don't drive the original cars on the road, so it's fitting to drive them there, but on the road I prefer a regular round steering wheel. That's just me. All right, I think that's all from Swiss Knight 2000. Steve Gregorieff, sorry Steve. It seems the only video clip you've shown from the series was in the beginning of the pilot episode commentary. Why haven't you done more? Is there copyright issues? So yes and no. I've learned over the years I've been putting out videos, there are certain scenes, certain episodes, certain pieces of music, things like that YouTube says, nope, you can't publish that. And obviously we have to respect that. So you've noticed we tried to avoid using clips from the show just because, you know, we don't need that. There's a whole other Knight Rider YouTube channel that does just video clips of the show. So we're trying to do mostly original content and only use clips or screenshots whenever it is needed to, you know, get the point across or to show something, things like that. So And I think we'll probably continue that going forward. So don't expect to see like clips of the show, just videos of clips of the show, because that's not what we're about here. Do you know why in Lost Night outside the hospital, Devon is laughing at Bonnie when she's crying? Michael, how could you? Yes, I think the way that scene was played is, Michael just got out of the hospital, and Bonnie says, "You lost KITT," like not even caring about Michael's well-being, and Devon thought that was funny, that Bonnie thought it was just, that Bonnie was worried about KITT and not Michael, something like that. Okay, Christopher Grand Leonard. I have another question. How much time do you spend a week doing Knight Rider related things, including watching episodes, working on tractor trailer, making videos? Do you ever have a Knight Rider free week? I don't know. I probably spend less than you think, less time a week than you think. I don't really watch the show very often, except for research for videos. Like I'll go in and find little clips and things like that. And, the videos seem to take, like you'll see this video, for example. Watch this video and note how much the weather changes from scene to scene and how many different outfits I'm wearing. And you'll see that it takes me a long time to get enough content to put a video together, simply because I'm busy and I don't have a lot of time to devote to it in a single sitting. So I'll do I'll come out here for 45 minutes or an hour, get something done and whatnot. So I don't spend a ton of time, but what motivates me with projects like this is, well, first of all, what motivates me is finding these lost pieces of TV history. I mean, it's like a treasure hunt. And then once you find them, digging through and finding the clues, and seeing a cut somewhere and being like, I know when that cut was made, I know why that cut was there, stuff like that, and then restoring it back to the way it was. So that's what motivates me, is just the excitement of taking something, in the case of the trailer, something that was lost and bringing it back, rediscovering it and putting it back to the way it was. So it's just really, really cool for me. And then Justin, our new flag agent, asked, what's the story of finding our KITT cars? So one of the stories, we actually have a whole video on this channel about how we found it and its restoration and all that. The other one that's currently in the Peterson Museum in Los Angeles, we've touched upon it a little bit. Once we get it back, we'll do a ton of coverage on it on this channel. But that one, long story short, back in 2007, the previous owner was contacted me, was looking to sell it. And I, of course, immediately got AJ involved. And at that time, unbeknownst to me, AJ bought it and then surprised me and told me he bought it, which was really cool. But it was a matter of the owner came to us privately, and it was listed for sale, but at the time there were no bites on it, so we made a deal privately, and it came into our collection, and it's been in our collection ever since. So we've had that one since 2007. We've had the other one since 2008. And then, of course, the trailer just happened to show up, and the tractor here in the last couple of years. So, all right, guys, that's the end of the questions. I hope you enjoy these. And if you want to become a Patreon supporter, be it a flag agent or any level, again, link in the description below. We'd love to see you over there. Well, once again, it's snowing. What else is new? But you know what? That's not going to stop us from working on the trailer. One thing that I was debating on whether or not we were going to pull it off, but I think I'm going to have to, is the Dorsey emblem. You see, it was originally a red background and I think maybe chrome letters or polished letters. Well, what happened is at some point during the course of the trailer's life after the show, when the trailer was soda blasted, they soda blasted the emblem, removing everything. And, you know, I got to thinking, when we paint the trailer, we'd have to mask that off and try and paint underneath. And it just makes sense to pull that emblem off first. So we're gonna pull it down and take it into our workshop and restore it off the trailer. Then once the trailer is painted black again, we'll pop it back on. All right, let's go ahead and get it down, possibly for the first time in 45 years. All right, well, I didn't mean for that to just fall off like that, but the plate's fine. So look, there's some original black paint under there. And you can see just how thick the paint is here and how thin the paint is here. See that? And look, you can even see the original color of that guide. And look, lots of thick paint there, no paint here. Very cool. All right, let's take a look at the emblem. There it is. It's interesting, they use pieces of that guide, that wire guide that runs up the middle, as standoffs. Clever. So yeah, those were most likely original rivets, but it had to come down because, I mean, you can see it needs a total restoration. So we're gonna do this thing right. We figured it was worth the sacrifice of 2 original rivets. All right, so I went ahead and I did 1 coat of aircraft stripper to get all the white paint off of this. And a couple interesting things we found. First of all, there's much more evidence of the red paint that was on here. You see it? Just, I mean, it's still faded, obviously, but you can see it right there. And obviously I still have a little bit of white to get off. But take a look at this. You see these black splotches? I think that's original black paint from one of the many times the trailer was painted black. I think that was some kind of an overspray of the black paint. Isn't that cool? So the question is, when we refinish this, because this edge and the raised edge of the letters stays unfinished, stays the raw aluminum. The background is painted red. So the question is, should we leave these black splotches on there since that was original black paint from the show? What do you guys think? You tell me. Should we leave them? Should we clean them up and make them look like new? I'll be curious as to your thoughts. I think we mentioned this in the past, how this corner was hit. And they had a panel over this to hide it, but you can see it was hit right here. Well, when this was hit, it actually buckled this whole side just a little bit. I don't know how well it's gonna come through, but if you look right here, you see how the aluminum goes in, the panel goes in, and actually this whole thing goes in. So this goes out like this, okay? Maybe you can see it better with my hands. So there's like this crease that goes right up here. We'll take a look at this screenshot from Night of the Juggernaut, and you can clear as day see that crease in that corner. How cool is that? All right, enough with that. Let's get back to it. So I guess we'll start with taking the tarp down.
Step 1.
Step 1, tarp removal. Yeah, that'll be good. Thank you.
It's always best to have a second person pursue.
Yeah, where have you been the other 30 times I've been up here without anyone?
Yeah, I was praying for your safety.
Oh, well, that's good. I'll take it. Come on. All right, now we gotta go back. There you go. Okay.
They're like wind chimes.
They're like wind chimes. Ding, ding.
You hear that?
Yeah.
They're winter wind chimes.
Well.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Do you think there's going to be many kids that are going to be trying to install aluminum panels on a trailer based on our video?
That could be. You've made it very appealing.
Really? Have I?
Safety first.
All right. Here we go. Panel 1. Oh, it's blinding. Let me see that hammer. So if I remember correctly, this is going to be really hard to get started. Oh, maybe not. Oh. All right, Eric.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see that hammer. Maybe I can do it better out here. Can you hold this out?
Okay, away.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go across the top.
Okay.
The only one I'm not gonna do is this furthest one to the left because the other panel has to go under there.
Okay.
Why is this so slow? I wonder if my battery's gonna die. All right.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
No more window, no more tarp.
No more people's dirty harps. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, that's
All right. Do the next one. That one needs drilled. I think my battery's about dead. That's fine. Whoops.
Just kidding.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let me get on the center here.
From the 80s, so yeah.
And the 90s and the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. She needs to retire.
Victor White.
Come on.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Ooh, we're in a groove now. All right, ready?
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 Yeah. Ready?
Hang on. That one needs drilled. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now we have the big panel to do. That'll be fun. All right, it's that magical time again where we go over our new names for the semi-wall plaque. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, first of all, shame on you for not watching all the previous videos on the restoration of the trailer. But we are offering a chance, a once-in-a-lifetime chance, if you will, to get your name on an official plaque as a donor in the Screen Used Knight Rider semi-trailer. Now, what you see here is kind of a hot mess of names. This is merely a placeholder. We're going to be transferring all these names over to a nice engraved plaque that's going to be mounted somewhere in the trailer where everyone can see it and see that you supported the restoration of this trailer. This is a mammoth, mammoth project. You just have no idea how many things still need done and how many things have been done. Well, I guess maybe you do know if you've been watching the videos. But anyways, we've got like 250 names here, crazy. But if you're interested in getting your name on the Knight Rider semi wall on this plaque, the cost is $100. $100 gets you your name on the plaque. So in a minute, we're gonna get up close here with our latest names. And if you donated, you don't see your name there, let us know. If you donated, your name's misspelled, let us know. If you want to get your name on here, you can email knightridersemi@gmail.com. That's also our PayPal address. If you need alternate ways to pay, email us there. We can work it out. Okay, let's bring you in, show you the latest names. All right, just a few this week. Here are our latest names. This is what we've got for this go around here. Like I said, if you don't see your name here and you donated, let us know, or if it's misspelled, let us know. And then of course we have all of our wonderful, wonderful previous donors that just go on and on and on and on. So, so awesome. All right, you want your name on the wall? knightridersemi@gmail.com. Get in touch with us, we'll help you out. Handle it here.
Oh, you know how we warm this place up real quick? Just angle it in the sun, I could already feel it. Just
yeah, like... oh yeah. All right, let's try and go on the other side of the ladder. Okay. So, all right.
It's not like a two-sided ladder.
I know. But you can help me by helping to lift at the bottom so I don't have to pull it straight up, you know?
Yeah. Just let me know when you're
ready. All right, go ahead. All right. Oh boy. All right, so it's gonna have to go into this side slot first.
The right side?
The right side.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
So let's try a little bit more. Jeez. All right, I got an idea. Hold the panel. I'm gonna go get some WD-40. That'll probably help. Give away.
Okay. I think it was at the top.
Well, it didn't bend, so that's good. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, so first we're going to try and get it in the side here. Forward. Come on, there we go. So that lines up with that panel. This is, see how this is down just a little further?
Uh-huh.
Which tells me this is just a hair I think, you know what we need to do? We need to put a rivet in that top left corner.
Okay, just to keep it.
To keep it, and then rotate it just a hair.
Okay.
So, let's do this. Keep holding it. Let me get prepared. Oh, I'm getting cold again. All right. Does it lift up at all?
Not really.
All right, hold it right there. Don't move it. Don't move. Stand by.
Huh?
I said stand by. All right.
Hold on.
Yep. Let me know you're ready.
Ready.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's in.
Nice.
Oh. Now come back out here.
All right, I'm ready for that one. Ready. 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 Ready.
Okay.
Ready. Ready.
So it's been a few days since Eric was here. The weather has warmed up, you know, just in time for the work to be done. And just kind of wanted to wrap up this video and kind of give you an idea of next steps. So as you can see, we've got the side panels mostly mounted, not completely, but pretty close. So let me bring you in a little closer and show you what's still left to do here and what we're going to be doing, I think, right after this. As you can see, the middle is lacking any type of holes or rivets. And there's still a lot of holes here that don't have rivets in them. So our goal, whenever Eric was here, was to get the panels up, get pretty much the perimeter secured. If you remember in the middle there, the vertical supports, the vertical E-track, whatever you want to call it, was cut out for the window. We have on their way replacement E-track pieces from another 70s Dorsey that we're going to graft in there. Some of you have asked, well, why didn't you just replace the whole thing? It'd be easier. Well, we didn't have access to original Dorsey vertical supports that were that long. I mean, that's the quick answer. So thanks to Danny Nassif once again, he's providing the pieces that we're going to go in there and graft in. And we figured we could go ahead and get the panels on because we can get the missing pieces cut and welded in from the backside. So there's going to be no problem with that. And once those are welded in, then we'll drill out those holes and get the rest of these rivets in, and then this side will be completely done. But you can see we did the whole perimeter, and you know, what we could do down here. They really turned out really nice, really nice. We got some deburring to do on these holes here too, which we'll do. All right, so now this begs the question, what do we do about this panel? By all accounts, this panel should be replaced. Not only do we have a giant cutout for a window there, we've got holes there and there. We got a hole there. This thing right here, on the back side of this, there's a giant like plug, and then this was hastily, I don't know if that's body filler or what that is. It's real weird. And then, you know, there's other miscellaneous holes all in this one. So all that to say, I think we're probably gonna end up replacing this panel. We talked to our welder guy, and while it's possible to weld that in, it's gonna be expensive and it's gonna require body work. And I don't know if you can see it through the plastic, but that opening is not perfectly rectangular. It's kind of jagged, so they'd have to straighten those edges out, which normally would not be a problem. But the whole perimeter of that window has original black paint on it that I really don't want cut off. And this has original black paint, and if we fill these holes, it's gonna, you know, mess with this. So we had kind of a meeting of the minds, and I think the best solution here is to replace this panel. And then we'll obviously save the panel. We might do something interesting with it that could allow you guys to have a piece of it. We'll see what happens, but I think that panel is gonna have to be replaced. But then the rest of it, all the other panels are good. There's, you know, these ones have holes in it from where there was a ladder mounted the whole way up here. But those little holes, those we're gonna fill in. We're also gonna fill in all of the outlets. There were outlets everywhere, as you can see. Those are all gonna get filled in. We're not replacing all those panels, but that front one is pretty rough. So I think that's the plan. But tell me, that does not look a million times better without that window in there. Just wait till it's black. Alrighty folks, the work on the trailer continues. I think 2023 is gonna be an incredible year for this trailer. I think you're gonna see a big transformation by the end of the year. So you're not gonna wanna miss it. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. Thanks so much for watching. As always, we'll catch you next time.